from Navari Limited. I'm the director there. I'll talk about Navari, our journey with ERP Next, and so on. But before I start on our journey, I wanted to answer a question that was asked by our mind about collaboration in the region or as people who are in ERP Next space. So let me give an example on such a thing. So we are building a KRA Teams integration, right? As we are building, I see on Telegram that someone else has built the same, right? I'm talking to Mark from Upande. He tells me they have already built it. They're almost finishing, right? So you see, these are three groups working on the same thing, right? On ERP Next. And I'm almost sure all of us will open source it, right? So I told Mark, then let your team come and talk about the KRA Teams integrations. Even my talk is a bit, I thought about it. I've been mulling about it, but it was a hard task for me. So it's mostly the journey of Navari. There's nothing fancy about it. So I'll just talk how we started with the ERP Next. I think I've done this in our webinar before. And then we see how it goes. So the three items I'll talk about, I'll try to keep time. So I'll talk about the journey of Navari so far and a few lessons we have learned as a company implementing ERP Next. I'll talk about a few metrics, still just about our customers, the source of our leads, our staff maybe, how we have grown as a team, right? And maybe something like that. So as you can see, I just did some stuff on Word and then I pasted it on PowerPoint as I was thinking through stuff. But our journey started with ERP Next around 2018. As a person, I have been doing ERPs for a while because I started in 2011 with Dynamics. Even before that, I used to work with an HR and payroll software. But 2018 was our first customer on ERP Next. This is Kitui Water. I'm not sure if they showed up. I tried to invite some of our customers. So around 2018, October, that is, we implemented our first implementation of ERP Next. The way we got that lead, the reason I keep talking of how we get these sales is maybe we can see, because I see some partners and people who want to implement ERP Next going forward, how we kind of get these kind of opportunities, right? So we were doing Dynamics for a big hospital around there. The integration kind of gave us a lot of issues because they had an hospital management system. We were implementing Dynamics. There was an integration here that kind of took us almost a year with a lot of bashing from the customer. So I had heard of ERP Next and Frappe framework a while back. So I'm like, okay, we need to figure out a better way of doing this because integrating these two solutions was a bit of a problem for us, right? So the person we were working with there, the finance manager, they moved to another company. When they went to that company, they called us. They said, we are looking for an ERP, but we don't have a budget, right? So we went and I told them, there's this product we have been checking out. You can try it out. We won't charge you a lot of money. In fact, we charged them $150,000 for implementation. I think in the ERP world, I don't know, whichever you charge, it's okay. And then they gave us like a monthly support for that. So that's how we started with it. We were initially 2 people. So I'm a technical person background. So I was doing most of the customizations and workflows and so on. The other gentleman was an accountant. I wish he would have come. I had invited him. He has a lot to share. He's a really great person. He knows a lot of accounts. He lives accounts. Right, he has taught me so much accounting in the last 5 years. So we started with him. We did a few other projects. So along the way, in the same year, I think the government talked about doing what we call e-procurement. There was like a mandate by the government for government institutions to implement online e-procurement systems. So another gentleman called me and he's like, do you have a solution for this? So by coincidence, since I had implemented ERP Next like a month or so, I kind of knew what is inside ERP Next, right? So I'm like, yeah, there's a solution here. We can try it out. We went and customized the e-procurement a bit. That app is still up here. We have a GitHub where we publish all our apps. Most of our apps are customer-centric, implementation-specific, but we still publish them as open source and so on, right? So along the way, there are many lessons. Number one of the reasons I share this is during the last conference in Mumbai I attended, one of the co-founders of Frappe is called Ume, right? Rushab, thank you for coming. But Ume has been with us a long time, right, as a partner. So Ume used to kind of be very keen on us. I'm not sure, but he helped us a lot. But along the way, when he was doing his talk, he said one of the goals of a small company is don't run out of money. You need to figure out not to run out of money, right? Which means you kind of have to learn how to charge for your services, right? So those are the few lessons I'll mention along. And then I have a saying of you cannot solve a problem you don't have. The whole point about is don't try to solve a problem that really doesn't exist. As in sell to an industry that kind of needs an ERP. ERPs are expensive, not only in terms of money, but even in terms of the implementation effort. They are not easy, right? So you want to solve a real problem generally, right? So that's it. Another thing is figure out how to build a team. I really don't know much about building a team. Like Frappe, we just figure out a lot of things as we go. So we kind of hire people. We do a lot of assessment before, and then we give them a mentor. So someone who has been with us for a while, we attach them to that person who has some experience. They learn from them, whether it's an engineer, whether it's an ERP consultant. So those are some of the lessons. So, but we continued getting customers. Along the way, I'll talk you will see how the graph went, because there was a period where we kind of went down. I'm not sure if it's COVID. I haven't analyzed the data really well, but I would say being a Frappe partner helped, and you'll see, because we became the first time for Frappe partners in 2019. Right? There, Frappe was kind of having a very entry-level kind of partnerships, right? And then along the way, we became partners again in 2022. We became partners, we weren't partners, we became partners again. But since we became partners, you can see the line starting to go up in terms of customers, the new sales, even the team, because now you need more team, right? So some of the metrics I'll be talking about, I'm doing it a bit ad hoc, so to keep up the time. So number one, you can see the customer trends. The first customer 2018, you can see the nose dive around year 2020. I'm not sure if it's COVID or what. I'm not sure. I am just presenting the data. I did these metrics today morning. You do it very fast. These are used ERP Next. You can build dashboards on ERP Next if you know the product, right? There's another solution called Insights. I know Hussein will talk probably about it a bit, but I didn't have time to go into Insights. But I built this very, very fast on ERP Next today morning. The other metric, and this actually kind of proved something to me. It's the quotation sources. You can see there's an out-specified element here. That means we don't tag them very well. Right? So probably our team can get a challenge from this, that we need to tag our data better, right? But you can see most of our sources of quotations are from references. I used quotations for those who know the process of ERP Next or business process. I didn't want to use leads because we generate a lot of leads. We have sales teams. We get a lot of leads from Frappe and so on. As a partner, you get leads from Frappe because there are people who are always looking for ERP Next and so on. But the reason I used quotation, I assumed this is a customer who has kind of committed somewhat. They have even asked for a quotation from you, right? So, but you can see most of our customers are from references. The next is from Frappe partners. I'm sure they're not specified. Most will fall under Frappe partners or references. Code calling, much as we try it, up to now, my learning doesn't work very much. I don't know if it works for anyone else, right? But my view is maybe marketing works more. I'm not sure. Anyone who has an answer can tell us. So that's why we do a lot of social media posts and so on. I got a lot of feedback yesterday. We had a partners meeting with the rest of the partners. And one of the suggestions I got from Rushab a lot and the other team members is how we need to do our social media posts, right? We need to personalize it. For now, we just post as a company, right? Even my logo is the logo of the company. So that's apparently that's not good. But so now today we kind of changing. A lot of other leads we get from existing customers. There's one of our customers here called Bigger Steel. They are back there. So we started with Bigger Steel a while back. They have given us like 3 more customers, I think, in their company structures. And this comes over time. You don't even know when they come. They just call you. They're like, okay, there's this company now. We need a solution, right? Even other customers give us references and so on. Walk-ins, there are people who come to our website and then they just kind of register and they are, I'm looking for an ERP, I saw you online and so on. This is our team trends. As I'm saying, for the longest time, we were really like 2 people actively working on ERP Next. But around 2022, that's when we started to realize we need more team members, right? So we started getting more members. And then 2023, we got more members. 2024, we got 3 more members, actually. So normally our team is constituted of 3 groups. So we have whom we call engineers. These are the people who do customizations or they build apps. Therefore, actually, I do dev sometimes, but sometimes I'm not able to do any more dev because there's a lot of coordination, lots of selling for me. But sometimes I'll talk through the designs with them and so on. And then we have the consultants. These normally are business background people, CPAs, but I know we have a few economics people and statistics. So these are the people who go implementing and understanding customer processes and so on and so on. This is our way forward. I thought I should share. It's not really like a global thing, but the last one, I thought we should have it like a community way forward. So number one of our short-term goals for the moment is to kind of improve on our processes. Frappe has a capability maturity model. They kind of try to get partners to align to certain processes. It's good because good implementations, good name for the solution, right? So we'll work on that a lot. We have been evaluated several times. I think we are at level 3. I'm hoping we'll get to level 4 at least in the near term. The other thing is we need to kind of figure out how to retain some of our consultants. That means we need to figure out how to pay better. That means we need to make more money and more business. We need to build a better culture. I buy a lot from Frappe. I read a lot of their blogs or Sharp's blogs. I try to borrow a lot from Frappe's culture. I try to make it a bit open in the company. I hope we'll achieve that somehow. We need to figure out how career growth works. You see, it's me and then there's a flat team here, right? So we need to figure out how career growth for the team members works out somehow. The best we can offer them at the moment is the more experience in their careers and so on. In the meantime, I am thinking we need to figure out how to build more solutions for the region. So we may become more engineer heavy. Implementation will still go because that's where we get money from, but I'm hoping we can build more solutions for the industry. For example, M-Pesa, that is built a bit. We have carry integration, no one is building that. We can figure out other solutions we need to build. I know Yusuf yesterday was talking about bank integrations. Maybe we can figure out how to build such a thing. In the long term, I'm hoping we build more of a collaboration around the region, around the ERP Next or open source. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I don't know if you have any questions.